How do you survive in a cell with 100 men and only 2 toilets?
All right, if you're ready, let's dive straight into today's video.
This isn't a movie. This is real life, inside what prisoners call the cemetery for the living. Deep in El Salvador's Tecoluca municipality, about 74 kilometers southeast of San Salvador, rises a fortress unlike any other, the Centro de Confinamiento del Terrorismo. Opened in early 2023, this colossal mega-prison was built to cage up to 40,000 men, making it the largest prison in the Americas. But here's the twist. It's not the size that shocks the world. It's what happens inside. Picture this. The lights never go out. Day or night, fluorescent bulbs stab the darkness. The cell you're trapped in? About 100 square meters, crammed with more than 100 men. The design capacity was 65 to 80, but numbers mean nothing here. Steel bunk beds stacked 4 levels high leave no space for air, let alone sleep. No mattresses, no sheets. Many collapse onto the cold floor. Others stand for hours waiting for a chance to lay down. There are only 2 sinks for washing. Soap? Rationed. Hygiene? Almost impossible. Scabies spreads like wildfire, skin boils fester, and the toilets? Just 2, exposed for everyone to see. You relieve yourself under the gaze of 99 other men, surrounded by the stench and humiliation. As the prison director once sneered during a tour, if 10 can fit, then 20 can fit.
Meals arrive 3 times a day: rice, beans, hard-boiled eggs, maybe pasta. No forks, no spoons, no knives. You eat with your bare hands, scooping from shared trays like livestock. This is not about feeding, it's about control. So how do you survive? You learn the hidden rules. Silence is survival. You don't speak out loud, you use hand signals across cells. You don't fight, even though rival gangs, MS-13 and Barrio 18, are thrown together in the same space. Violence rarely erupts, not because they're friends, but because everyone knows one mistake brings brutal consequences. Guards make it clear, step out of line and you'll all pay. And pay they do. Survivors describe savage punishments, days of beatings, guards laughing as they force inmates to count lashes, starting over if anyone screams. Meals arrive 3 times a day: rice, beans, hard-boiled eggs, maybe pasta. No forks, no spoons, no knives. You eat with your bare hands, scooping from shared trays like livestock. This is not about feeding, it's about control. So how do you survive? You learn the hidden rules. Silence is survival. You don't speak out loud, you use hand signals across cells. You don't fight, even though rival gangs, MS-13 and Barrio 18, are thrown together in the same space. Violence rarely erupts, not because they're friends, but because everyone knows one mistake brings brutal consequences. Guards make it clear, step out of line and you'll all pay. And pay they do. Survivors describe savage punishments, days of beatings, guards laughing as they force inmates to count lashes, starting over if anyone screams.
Daily life here is a relentless cycle of control. You get 30 minutes outside your cell for bodyweight exercises or maybe a Bible study session. That's it. Heads are shaved every 5 days. White uniforms make everyone look the same. Anonymity enforced. Step out of line? Solitary confinement awaits. The island, as prisoners call it, is a pitch-black punishment cell. A single hole for light, a concrete bed, toilet, and basin. Up to 15 days in isolation. One former inmate described lying on the cold floor, no water, only a dim bulb casting a cross on the wall, your only company. Solidarity is your lifeline. Former Venezuelan deportee Tito Martinez recalls a desperate attempt in May 2025. Prisoners tried to break cell locks with bed rails. The price? 6 days of relentless beatings. Guards punched, kicked, even forced female colleagues to strike naked inmates while laughing and filming. Health deteriorated rapidly. Some vomited blood, others couldn't walk. Families had no news, only rumors or government-issued videos.
Incommunicado detention is the norm. No visits, no calls, no legal aid. International observers denied access. Over 350 deaths in El Salvador's prisons since the crackdown, documented cases of torture, batons, water immersion, denial of medical care, chronic conditions like diabetes or TB, often fatal here. Saycot's architecture isn't just massive, it's engineered to intimidate. 410 acres under a volcano, 8 pavilions housing thousands each, separated by towering concrete walls topped with razor wire and electrified fencing. 19 watchtowers with sniper nests, floodlights sweep ceaselessly. Guards patrol elevated catwalks, observing without entering. 600 military soldiers, 250 specialized police officers trained in counterterrorism operate in shifts around the clock, faces masked in black balaclavas. Weapons ready, automatic rifles, tasers, batons. Rapid response drills simulate riots or escape attempts. The prison director oversees operations, but ultimate authority rests with Bukele's administration, blurring lines between law enforcement and military action. Visitors, even journalists, endure full-body scans, pat-downs, metal detectors. Bomb-sniffing dogs inspect vehicles. Drones blocked by anti-drone technology. Cameras blanket every corner, feeding AI-assisted monitoring. Every movement tracked. Lights never turn off. Sound and light combined create constant surveillance. Privacy doesn't exist.
Inside Saycot, survival is an endless battle against hunger, sleep deprivation, disease, and fear. Meals are delivered through slots, minimizing contact. Medical emergencies rarely treated promptly. The infirmary is understaffed, under-equipped, and understates care. Technology and security dominate. Backup generators prevent power failures that could compromise locks or lights. Seismic reinforcements withstand earthquakes. Biometrics catalog tattoos, monitor gang affiliations, and control every movement. Yet no independent observers are allowed. Human Rights Watch calls it a black hole of accountability, where security shields atrocities instead of preventing them. Beyond the walls, the prison dominates the surrounding area. Rural roads are blocked by military checkpoints isolating the facility. Families wait for scraps of news, often in vain. Internationally, Saycot has become a flashpoint. Venezuelan deportees under prisoner swaps, yet proof of life requests remain unanswered. Some argued the brutality is necessary. El Salvador's homicide rate fell from one of the highest in the world, over 100 per 100,000 in 2015, to under 3 by 2024. Citizens reclaiming streets once ruled by fear, a population relieved to see gangs weakened. Bukele's re-election in 2024 with over 80% support reflects this. Residents say the gangs had made life unbearable. Saycot was the only solution. Critics call it a human rights nightmare. Arbitrary arrests, mass trials, prolonged isolation, denial of basic necessities, torture, and hundreds of deaths. Former UN experts label it a concrete and steel pit, a de facto death sentence without execution. So here's the question. Is Saycot the fortress that saved El Salvador, or the abyss that swallowed its soul? Are these extreme measures heroic necessity or moral outrage? The walls are high, the guards are armed, the cameras never stop. But the real question is, what price are we willing to pay for security? You've seen the evidence, you've heard both sides. Now, it's your turn to decide.
If you want more videos like this, exploring the hidden corners of the world, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Leave your thoughts in the comments. What would you do if you were inside SCOCT? Don't miss out on the next story that will shock you.